Shark attack. Whoa.
What?
Chris from Rumble just donated $500.
Oh, Jesus.
Like Chris from Rumble.
Oh, wow. Holy shit. Thanks.
Going to tweet this channel right now. You guys deserve more love from us. Well, thank you, Chris. We appreciate it. $500? Jesus Christ.
Thanks.
Thank you.
From Chris, the CEO of Rumble, today in the ROTC chat, and it was interesting. JB said he dropped 2 G's, 2,500, but who's counting? Kind of hinted to you guys that last week it had a conference call where we, a constructive one, by the way. God would go laying out. This is what it is. This is what I'm happy. We've always felt like the world's biggest afterthought on this platform. And I do think that there was a little bit of maybe some recognition now on their part that maybe, they haven't been treating us very nicely, and I'm glad that the message was received, because to be honest, and it's something we've always said to them at every meeting we've had, like, we want to like this place. There's fucking big stars now. We have thrown so much more energy and effort. All right, man, I guess I should probably show them a little bit of love. So, I don't know, man. Props to, I appreciate, thank you to Chris.
Yeah, but Rumble was the middleman. They're a Rumble sponsor, so Rumble will get pissed if we chase a sponsor off by suing them. But frankly, I don't give a fuck about Rumble anymore. I don't give a fucking rat's shit about Rumble anymore. Fuck Chris. Fuck this whole website. We make most of the money back from our downside guarantee, so our contract is essentially a fucking moot point anyway. What are they going to do? Kick us off?
All right, does everybody understand the contract as he just explained it there? I believe he referred to it as a Down syndrome guarantee. Let me roll that back.
Rats shit about Rumble anymore. Fuck Chris. Fuck this whole...
Chris is the CEO of Rumble
website. We make most of the money back from our downside guarantee, so our contract is essentially a fucking moot point anyway.
All right. Now, I really need everybody to know, this has been long theorized, and he actually confirms this even further in another clip.
I'm tired. I'm frustrated. I am sick. And another thing I will bring up, and this was something I brought up today too, we started off so pumped, and then we had a little bit of a demoralizing period for a while. And then I melted down on Twitter, and then we had a fish lunch, and everybody patched things up, and then everybody went back to sort of ignoring each other. And then, Chris pops in our chat room one day, and we start, I guess he heard we were bitching about Rumble again.
Chris from Rumble, another $500.
Oh, shit, Jesus, right. We're going out, boys. We're eating tonight.
Woo! Tweet up. We need more comedy shows. Well, thank you. Look, Chris, we're not trying to toot our own horn, but we're absolutely the funniest show on Rumble. Period. Like, we are the funniest show on Rumble. I'm positive about that.
We're pretty good. He comes in our chat room, and he's like, yo, and he's donating money, which, by the way, without getting too into it, that money he was giving us is just, it's all part of our deal anyway with them. Like, we have a glow-in guarantee, so he's just giving us money that is either going to maybe make us go above our low, whatever, but it's probably just going to go back to Rumble.
Oh, hey, Chris just gave another $500.
Are you kidding me? What is going on
And he
today?
said, Mersh, if you want to come to the next slap event in Vegas, yes,
we're slap fight
Chris,
event?
we are in. We want to go back. Yes.
I have had it with this website. I have had it with their sponsors, and I have had it with getting big leagued by a bunch of fucking nerds.
This has been long theorized by some of the smarter Mersh-storians out there, that basically they believe that Mersh's Rumble contract, the ROTC Rumble contract, I should say, Mersh, I don't think Nightwave and Daywave have their own separate contracts. I think it's all just through ROTC, and then they treat it as if they're big shots and it extends to their full brand. Here's how their contract works, okay? They have to make a certain number of Rumble exclusive shows. That number, by the way, is almost certainly very, very tiny. But these guys stream 3 times a day, 5 days a week, and they've been kicked off of YouTube. So they're cranking out Rumble. There's no such thing as a non-Rumble exclusive ROTC at this point.
Yeah, we're a little disappointed because other people didn't have to burn down their Patreons and burn down their YouTubes and fucking come over here and not, you know what I mean, and just commit to this place. Not a lot of people stuck to that word. And I think that after examining things, I think that some of the folks at Rumble are starting to go, all right, look, these guys are assholes, but they are actually like going above and beyond here. And they don't take days off, and they've honored the deal, and they've got, you know what I mean? And I think it was kind of...
The contract is they got to make a certain number of episodes. They aren't given money. They're not. It's the contract isn't like we're paying you to be on Rumble. That's not how it works. That's how it works for famous people. Which Mersh, in his addled brain, has somehow gotten lost. Somehow he's confused. He thinks because he has a contract, oh, I guess I'm Russell Brand. Oh, I guess I'm Steven Crowder.
I don't know, man. I'm hoping that this is a corner we're going to turn now. And maybe we're going to, like, I don't ever expect to be, I don't want to be like the big guy around here. I don't want to be the fucking, I don't want to be the swinging dick. Like, nobody needs to fawn over us. You know, just be nice once in a while. Don't be so fucking ice cold. That's all. Props to Rumble. Thank you to Rumble. Thank you to Chris for being. That shocked us though, because nobody told us that was coming. And he tweeted us out today, and then he accidentally tagged the fake stalker Mersh account.
Time for a team meeting, and I'm calling one, and I'm delighted. I'm delighted to be the one that can finally say, Mersh has called for a meeting.
Now, you're very similar to Russell Brand and Steven Crowder. You're gay. Russell Brand, Steven Crowder, the big names over there. Dan Bongiorno. All of these guys do get paid to be there because they have no reason to be there otherwise, because none of these guys are ever going to get kicked off of YouTube. They're allowed to do whatever they want because they're famous, right?
They have a draw.
Mersh got no pull, okay, other than gravitationally. And Royce got no draw other than when we, of course, paint him like one of our French girls. We like to lovingly sort of recreate his folds, his lumps, his dents, and his stretch marks. And these guys have convinced Rumble somehow that they could bring in viewers. And what actually happened is they did not. Obvious. You know what? They probably brought in a slight bump when they lost their YouTube channel. But I think that was a whole year into the I think that was after they had to re-sign on the contract. So when they re-signed, they probably just made the same deal they made the first time, which was made prospectively off of what they thought might happen. At that point, Rumble had to have learned their lesson, but they had already made inroads and friendships and probably managed to re-sign the same deal, even though it's not worth it to Rumble. Here's the deal. As Mersh is laying it down, they make a certain number of episodes a year, Rumble exclusive, and Rumble guarantees them that they get a certain amount of money if they don't make it in super chats off of Rumble. Think about that for a second. So... By the way, and that doesn't count, like, they can still make, crypto or PayPal, or why do you think Mersh is always sharing his PayPal and shit? Why do you think he came up with this side hustle? He wants both income streams. He wants the Rumble guarantee and something on top of that, because the Rumble guarantee is tiny. It's nothing. And every single time you've ever seen the CEO of Rumble go into their chat and give $100, $150 in a super chat.
Even if you, hey, great. But Chris from Rumble just donated $100. Thank you.
Oh shit!
Thanks,
What up,
man.
Chris? Thank you, man.
Really appreciate it. Chris just donated $500.
Jesus.
Thank you,
Somebody's
Chris.
on a streak.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll take it.
I'll take it.
Yes. Like someone said in the chat, Mersh has a lot of cats to feed.
Yeah.
Mersh has cats to feed.
Look, that's because they weren't making the money. So the guy, that's just from their minimum. The guy is going in. It's basically the CEO of the company. This is crazy.
He thinks like me and Royce. He thinks me and Royce are like making all this money off of ROTC merch. The ROTC merch is going into the company coffers to replenish all the trips we got to take and the overhead and all the other shit we got to pay for. Because God knows we're not making that much off Rumble. We're not even going to see any of that money Chris from Rumble donated today. Why doesn't he donate $500 on my fucking stream? I'd actually see that shit. The rest just goes into our deal. It doesn't even fucking count.
CEOs and Mersh don't mix. The CEO is coming in and going, guys, step it up. Here's $100. Hello. Can you get some people in here for the love of God? So listen to him. Listen, this is what he's saying.
It's fuck this whole website. We make most of the money back from our downside guarantee, so our contract is essentially a fucking moot point anyway.
We make most of it back from our downside guarantee. So they're not even hitting it. They are being paid out the minimum. They're not making more than the minimum. I have been calling Mersh an e-waitress. Invented this term for him for years now. Mersh is literally living off of tips and getting a minimum wage when he doesn't get enough. He's a Waffle House waitress. I mean, everybody coming in ain't tipping, if you know what I mean. It's a bunch of massive goons.
Look, I don't give a fuck. Fuck Rumble. I'll talk this shit. I don't give a fuck. Fucking cancel my contract. Pay out the rest of my contract. I don't care anymore. I'm telling the truth here.